What up, what up, what up? Gene Wolf here, aka the Jedi Marketer, and we are going to be doing just a bit of a personal warning to you guys to understanding something about the lending industry, this new niche that kind of just arose in regards to, you know, Bitconnect, how it exploded onto the scene and successfully, you know, obviously changed a lot of people's lives and could possibly be spiraling down just based on the reason. And I'm going to give you some logic here. Because the coin is so valued so high now, it becomes less valued in terms of people investing in it. It's like, you know, what's the point in investing in something with such a high value? It's the concept of getting in early. It relates to things like this. And my warning to you is be very careful with lending programs. I mean, I recently just did a review on Goldgate, and after doing a little bit more research, you know, I mean, I invested $500 myself. You know, who knows what's gonna happen, right? I'm hoping that it turns out good. It hits the exchange. I can dump some coins and make some money, right? But when I look at all these new lending platforms that pop up, there is a correlation between the legitimacy and the scam. So how do we find and expose the scam, and so we can avoid these things and utilize truly legit platforms? Well, here's how it works properly. There has to be a bit of transparency. If there's zero transparency, then there's a good reason behind that. And the reason behind that is that most of these lending platforms don't want the platform, if it goes under, to be tagged to an individual. And even if it is tagged to an individual, if you do the research, you go out there, you do the footwork, you might even find that these individuals don't even really exist, because it's not hard to if you got a bit of money to invest, you can fake an identity, fake you know, money trails, all that type of stuff, right? It's if you can think about it, you could probably do it. Now, it's very important. I don't care how legitimate people are, or how cool you think they are in their reviews, or what they have done in the past, and maybe they referred you to something and it's done really well. You need to be very careful. You need to do your due diligence, because if you don't, and I don't want to see people crying around about what they were warned about. Like these lending platforms are extremely high risk, and that the majority of them they're anonymous, right? And I find that the best way to find something legitimate to invest in for the token, and also if you want to get into the staking, lending, and all that stuff, is to find something unique. If it just looks like it was thrown together, then it probably, there's a good chance that if it's too good to be true, if it's so easy to do certain things, if, you know, there's a lot of red flags popping up, then you need to really understand whether or not what you're getting involved with probably isn't something you should be getting involved with. But it doesn't mean that it could work, right? There's just a difference. There's a very slight difference in what is actually going to work and what isn't going to work. Now, you know, some just say, why not just stick with the one that's working, right? And you got to understand, like, all these lending platforms, whether it be Bitconnect, GRX, or any of them, they're all built under the characteristics of a Ponzi. I'm not calling them a Ponzi. I'm not calling them scams. But with the essence in that it's built under those characteristics, there is a possible and potential that if you get in at the wrong time, that you ain't gonna see a good majority of your money that's gone, right? And who are you gonna track down? Who are you gonna tail for this? Who are you gonna find to get your money back? Well, most of these platforms make you agree to a terms of service. And the non-guaranteed return, you know, everything's in the terms of service, so you got to read those things and understand those things before you get involved with these types of things, because who are you going to hold liable for your losses, right? Don't sell the home, don't sell the car, don't sell the kids, you know, college fund just because you think you hit it, think you found that gem. It is important for you to make all the necessary action steps to doing the research and finding out whether or not these platforms are something that you want to participate in. So I will be doing more and more ICO reviews on these lending platforms, but for the most part, when I do an ICO lending platform, I will let you know whether or not on a risk, on a scale of 1 to 10, how high risk it is. So you know, it really depends. This is based on just what my knowledge is of this company, right? In terms of real ICO launches, I like to do reviews on real companies, real product and value based uniqueness in companies, and it's not always going to be referral based. Of course, some of them are going to be based on referrals, but for the most part, is like I'm investing in these companies too. Like I'm putting my money into them because I see the massive potential behind them. You know, things like Electroneum, things like IndaHash, you know, those are types of companies. Those are, for me, those are types of companies that I see massive value that could really, you know, explode my bank account, right? And yours too, possibly. You know, but I carry the same risk. You know, when I invest in things, I carry the same risk as my viewers. But let it be known, I'm not out here with some you know, I'm not out here scheming on people. You know, I'm really actually investing in these things, and I really do research on these companies. I've been in this industry for 10 years, so you know, rest assured, I know what the hell I'm talking about. I've lost a lot of money, so I learned from my mistakes, right? So again, you know, the industry is very volatile, so be careful, you know. If you got any questions, please post, you know, in my videos or in ICOs. You know, you want to post some constructive comments, you want to ask some questions, go for it. I usually check my comments. Hit me up on Facebook sometimes. If you're just looking for some advice and stuff like that, please do not message me, because that's not what my Facebook is. But I do have a crypto group that I'm launching, and it'll be, you know, where I'll be sharing some trading techniques and stuff as I become a better trader. I've done pretty well. I think in 5 days I've done $1,500 in trading, which is, for me, that's pretty damn good if you ask me. I just started 5 days ago, right? So yeah, subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Share the video, and please post a like on it and a comment if you can. And I hope to provide you with some really solid information. Peace.